Let me ask you a question most people avoid. Are you building a career or are you building a version of yourself that doesn't actually fit you? Because a lot of high-performing people look successful on paper, but if you're honest, something feels off. You're doing the work, you're hitting the numbers, you're showing up, but it still feels like this isn't fully me. That's not burnout, that's misalignment. In the last video, we talked about learning the rules of the game, but here's the real question. What game are you actually playing? Because if you're in the wrong game, no strategy will fix that. Here's where this starts. When you were younger, people asked you, what do you want to be when you grow up? For me, that was an architect. But what they actually meant was, what do you want to do? So you picked something, a doctor, a banker, an operator, a founder. And without realizing it, you built your life around a function, not an identity. And at first, it works. You get momentum, you get validation, you get that big paycheck. But eventually, you feel the gap. And that gap is the gap between what you're doing and who you actually are. If you've ever thought, I've done everything right, so why does this feel so off? This is exactly why. Here's a shift that changed everything for me. I stopped asking, what should I do? And I started asking, who am I when I feel fully alive? Because the goal isn't to find the perfect job, it's to build a life where your work is an extension of you, not a mask that you wear. Most people are chasing roles, but the people who actually win, they build from identity. They understand my career is just a vehicle and my identity is the engine. And when those two things are disconnected, actually start to feel it. So let's make this real. I'm going to give you 3 questions, not surface level questions, the kind that expose what game you're actually in. Question number 1, what energizes you even when no one's watching? Not what you're good at, not what pays well, what actually gives you energy without external validation. That's a signal. Question number 2, what do people constantly thank you for? Not a compliment, thank you for, because that usually points to your real value. Your zone of genius shows up there, whether you've labeled it or not. And question number 3, if you remove the title, the money, the expectations, who would you still choose to be? That answer, that's the game you should be playing. Here's the hard truth. A lot of people aren't stuck. They're just successful, but in the wrong game. And that's the most dangerous place to be because it looks right to everyone else, but it feels wrong to you. This doesn't mean quit everything tomorrow. That's not the move. The move is awareness first, then alignment. You start making better decisions, small ones at first, that actually reflect who you are. And over time, your work stops feeling like something you have to do and starts feeling like something that expresses who you are. Your life's work shouldn't be about performance. It should be a reflection. Because when your identity and your work align, you don't just become more successful, you become more you. So here's what I want you to do. Drop a comment and answer this. What game am I playing right now? And if you're not sure, that's exactly where we want to start.